What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to the Street Eats and Dope Beats podcast, where we tie in today's street food culture and the DIY music industry. I'm your host, Chef Adam, a.k.a. El Cocinero. To the right, I got my boy JMKM.
What's up?
And my dude, DJ Mike Rawk.
What's up?
Double gunning.
I couldn't.
Y'all.
I didn't coordinate the audio with the video. That's what I'm on.
It's going to be off.
Hey.
It's
going to be weird. Whatever. It's okay.
So what's up, guys? How's everything been?
Man, it's been good. You know, the usual. Had some, I don't know. What's up? What's up with you, Mike?
Let's go. Let's look at Mike. Mike performed last night, so let's see how that went.
We hung out in San Diego last night. Actually yesterday. The whole entire day we hung out in San Diego with Julia's family because they're longshoremen. They work out in Washington State.
Yeah.
So they got shipped over to San Diego to work on a project.
Oh, dope.
So they've been hanging out as much as they can, despite their 12-hour shifts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we hung out, with their family, and then got to hang out with my homies from Cuffin, San Diego. We did. They throw a monthly R&B party. They have different chapters everywhere, like in Seattle, San Diego, Bay Area, out in Denver, pretty much almost everywhere, kind of.
Right.
So, we got to play over there. So shout out to the whole crew, Bar One, DJ Norm Rockwell. It's like I'm so jealous of that name, Norman Rockwell, like the paintings and stuff. I grew up to all that stuff, like having like books. What else was there? Spinny Cooper, shout out to her. But yeah, it was fun. Got to hang out with Julia's family.
Dope.
Had some White Claws. Yeah, have you ever had a White Claw before?
No, but I've had a Truly before.
Are those good too? I've heard about that too.
Is White Claw the sparkling water? That's
it's like the hard seltzer water.
Hard seltzer water.
Yeah.
How was it?
Here's Adam judging. It's good.
Not at all.
I like it. I mean, it's not like something I'd rather have a beer.
Yeah.
Obviously, but it's cool. It was refreshing. Like raspberry, they got that raspberry flavor. Pretty good.
I enjoy like sparkling waters. So
yeah, I like seltzer water. Period. Like the first time I went to New York was maybe like about 5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
That was the first time I really had seltzer water, and I was just like, damn, how come I don't drink this on a regular basis? It's actually really good.
Some people think
soda
it's
water.
Nasty. Like, ew, that's nasty.
No, I dig it.
I
I like seltzer water.
It actually feels good. Like, when you drink, when you eat a lot.
It settles your stomach.
Yeah, it's kind of like the whole 7-Up thing.
Yes.
Sana koli. The whole deal. You don't know that? You don't know that?
No. How does it go?
I don't know the rest of the... Adam knows.
We're not going there.
No, I'm just kidding. I know what that
like
is.
You got a bellyache, you got a tummy ache from something.
Yeah, it's to make you feel better.
Yes.
So you relieve all the gases in your system. But that was it. Just hung out in San Diego. How about you guys?
Yeah, I heard there was a pretty cracking LA taco event that you just pulled up to.
That's right. Yeah, Friday.
Yes. We missed out on. We were talking about going.
Yeah.
I know. What happened?
I had a massage.
Nah, you know what? It was
I did. It's stressful, man. It's a stressful week. I had to get a massage.
You had to get the rub down?
Yeah. Don't say it like that, though.
What time did you go? Was it 10?
It was at 6 o'clock.
Not 10:30 p.m.?
No.
What's up with all these massage parlors being open late?
Right.
Why did it get to that direction?
I don't know.
We're talking about tacos.
He went there.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay, so
sorry.
back to the tacos. It was in Norwalk, at the North Gate in Norwalk, and it was the Hatch Chili Taco Knockout. And so we got two pop-ups, which was Machine Tacos and our homies Evil Cooks, who've actually been on our podcast.
Yeah.
It's Hatch Chili season, so the whole theme was, see who had the best taco using Hatch Chiles.
Yeah.
And they were promoting I don't know if it was a farm or wherever they get their Hatch Chiles from. They're coming down and roasting and selling Hatch Chiles. And
Nice.
LA Taco gave away free taco plates to the first 100 people. And then you were able to grab, it was rice and beans, an agua fresca, which had Hatch Chile in it, and I don't think a lot of people realized it. So they were drinking it. It was funny to see people they were getting. You know, you would walk up, they give you a plate with rice and beans, and then you had a choice between an agua fresca, which was I think one of them was like pineapple, so it was piña with hatch chiles.
Yeah.
And then another one was like kind of almost like a smoothie, so it was banana.
Yeah.
And that had hatch chiles. So people were like, all happy. They were getting their, their drink. And
that sounds like a good combination, though.
It was really good. Like, it was just, you could...
But is it like spicy? Like...
Just a little heat.
Okay.
Not too bad.
Like a little kick?
Little kick.
Yeah.
But if you weren't expecting it, it was funny. Because you see everybody, so you grab it, you walk out, and then the first station was Machine Tacos. And the next station was Evil Cooks. But you had to, stay in line. They give you one taco, you go to the next. But you could see people, like, take a drink, and they're like, looking at each other. They're like, and the couple in front of me, they looked at me, they're like, is it me or does it have like a kick? It has a kick. It has a kick, so they're tripping out.
It just goes to show some people don't read, man.
Yeah, no, I mean, that was a theme, so I'm like thinking like, it's hatch chile themed, so you would think.
Well, I would think, was there hatch chile in the rice and beans?
Yeah, it was in everything.
Oh, okay.
So that was like it was a theme.
Oh, okay.
So then you got to vote, you grab your plate, sit down, eat, boom, then you mark off, whatever taco. And Evil Cooks took the W.
Yeah, shout out Alex and Elvia.
Hell yeah. They did the damn thing, man. Their taco was out of sight.
Sorry, that was
that was JMKM.
Right. Sorry, I'm just moving them. I'm just moving the mic stand and keeps going like this.
Did I put that? That was me. Probably me.
No, I was just shaking.
Okay. And so their tortilla, they made fresh tortillas right there. Elvia was pumping them out, and they made so there was hatch chile in the masa, and then
that.
Yeah, they put like a leaf of epazote, which is I don't think it's an herb, but it's like a leafy green that you find in Mexico and Guatemala and stuff, and it's kind of bitter. And then carne asada, so they both had carne asada, each station, and then Alex, they added another thing, which is acelgas. In English, it's chard, so another like leafy, kind of bitter green, and that was tossing some garlic on top of that.
I can't wait for Whole Foods to make those kind of salads. Check out my new espazote salad.
Espazote.
I can't even. I was trying
you knew it was
to
coming.
do the back. I was trying to do the backup vocals to that.
Oh, you didn't try hard enough because I didn't hear it. Did you hear it?
No.
I was trying.
In your
Turn
head.
his mic up, please. Turn his mic up. That's the reason why.
Oh. Put some autotune on that.
Please.
Yeah.
Please. And then the salsa was made from hatch chiles, and then they had aguacate salsa, which is not like a guacamole. It's Tijuana style, so it's real creamy. And on top, man, and the layers were, you could taste every flavor, and man, it was. I was telling him, man, this taco was there. So
let me ask you, my boy, did they cook the carne asada over charcoal?
They did.
Or on a flat top, my boy?
No. It was on charcoal, my boy.
That's fire.
Literally fire. And so that was that. And we got to partake in some tacos. So they took the W. LA Taco put on a dope event. Check them out. They have it's I don't even know. I mean, would it be considered like a newspaper? What is it? What do you think it?
LA Taco?
Yeah.
They're like an online club, subscription-based club.
And Javier Cabral's main dude over there. And so he's it. He's kind of like the food journalist of the raza. And not just all the people, period. He's out there. They're out there. And so check them out.
Yeah.
And
I want to go check out more local food competitions like that. That'd be dope. And probably even, maybe Street Eats and Dope Eats could put something like that together.
Yes.
I don't know.
We can do
Just
something.
throwing it out there.
Some kind of throwdown.
I have
with Bobby Flay.
I have some homies that will be down.
That'd be cool. That'd be fun.
Yeah, definitely be down to get more LA Taco stuff. I want to go to more LA taco events.
Yeah, they put on some dope events. They just had a taqueando, which is another kind of.
Damn, I'm not. I thought I was in the taco circle, but I'm not. Just hearing about these events.
Yeah, I think LA Tacos they're putting on the premier events in a sense that it's like the more not. I don't know. I wouldn't say trendy spots, but they're the spots that are like happening in in that realm.
Now we keep it underground, homie.
So that they not only
backyard
cover
boogie,
food, they cover
backyard
all kinds
boogie, backyard boogie taco competitions like underground, like
right there,
flyer parties, no snappers,
no snappers at the bottom.
Yeah.
What is that? What's no snappers?
No snappers.
Right. So like back in the day in the 90s over here, they had flyers. It was like no haters, no chains. You can't wear like the wallet chains and stuff like that. And then no snappers.
So fools that go and cause trouble.
Yeah, just come to the party just to talk shit,
No acting up.
Yeah, no acting up, none of that.
No act.
And then $2 Nas bottles, Nas balloons.
Nas balloons.
Yeah.
That's what
that's what was happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, so sounds dope.
That's why me and Adam are like this, fool. No, just kidding.
Why are you appropriating his culture? What's your accent?
No, man, I grew up in El Monte, so
That's your culture, fool. Can you do it? Can you do an accent? No, just kidding. No. But yeah, so shout out to the whole squad.
Yeah.
Shout out to Evil Cooks come through the win. Shout out to LA Taco. Yeah. So what's your backstory? Like, what's your relationship with Javier, and what's his involvement with LA Taco?
Well, Javier, I mean, if you've been following like the, I want to say just street food in general in LA, he's one of the like front runners in the food journalism.
He works for LA Times, I believe, was it?
Well, he's done stuff for LA Times.
Oh, okay.
He was, I think...
Done stuff for Munchies too, right?
He did. He featured... he was the one who did our write-up when we were in Vice Munchies, so he worked for Vice. I think he was their West Coast food editor, if I'm not mistaken.
That's dope.
He was the late, great Jonathan Gold's restaurant scout.
Really?
Yeah. So, his roots are deep in the food game, And,
once you mentioned Jonathan Gold, that's it. Game over.
Shout out.
Yeah. So, and he just was part of the whole Netflix.
The
Taco Chronicles, I think it was.
Man, tacos are,
they're
so bomb. I just wanted to say that. I just enjoy tacos.
Yeah. So, so that's his name, his mark right now in this food industry. And
it's dope.
He goes to the people,
Yeah.
He goes and gets the stories, he's in there, and his write-ups are awesome. He not only covers food, but he covers social issues, stuff's going around.
Right.
Right now in the news from, a different point of view, maybe more from the people, and check him out. Anything he writes, you got to check out anything he writes because he's talented, very talented.
Right.
So,
very dope.
That was that.
With that.
What was the most expensive tacos you guys ever had? And you thought it was kind of like trash or not so good?
You know what? I haven't ventured out to have to say, okay, I'm gonna pay,
Yeah, the
$7, $8, $10 for a taco.
No way.
The most expensive tacos that I had is Taco Naso.
Yeah.
Actually, you're right. Okay.
Because that's like what, $250 for a taco?
For the fish
tacos?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's probably the most. I mean, I don't think I've ever.
I mean, that's just because it's fish because it's a little pricier. Like even like shrimp tacos, for example, too, right? It's just because it costs more.
It costs more to.
I get that.
To keep fresh for a little bit longer.
I'm not gonna pay like a $4 carne asada taco.
No, I'm trying to think. Have I ever been anywhere that served me 3 tacos in one of those metal trays?
What are those metal trays?
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like go to like BJ's or something like that. Maybe. No, I don't think I've ever. No.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. People are down to do that. I'm like,
yeah,
I can't.
Well, there's one spot in El Monte called, or it might be Rosemead, X Tacos.
Oh, actually, yep. No,
those are kind of pricey.
They're like $4.
They make their own tortillas too,
and they have lobster tacos.
Yeah, lobster
for like
tacos
$4.
Is pretty good.
For $4.
They're lobster nachos for $7.95.
Did you try that? The nachos?
I tried their
Yeah.
the lobster, and another thing. I don't know if it was calamari.
I had the pato, the duck.
I
Duck
tried that as
taco,
well.
Freaking bomb.
So do
Yeah.
they make like just specialty tacos?
No, they do like carne asada and the general stuff too.
But they have.
But
like,
then they also
special-
have like what Jordan mentioned. They have
What's it called? How do you say langos? Langos?
Langonisa or langosteen.
langosteen. That's the
the long
lobster.
lobster.
Yeah,
Yeah?
mini,
Yeah.
small,
Okay.
small.
Yeah,
guy.
they had that. They had the duck one. That's like my favorite one.
Really.
You gotta check that out.
What's
It's
it called?
Eeks Taco in Rosemead.
I think
It's
it's
on the way.
I think it's on Monte or Temple City.
It's like borderline.
It's Valley and Baldwin
Yeah.
Belly and bowl.
right there by the 7-Eleven.
Maybe you should swing by there after you pick up Doreen today at Rose City
Check
Or
Pizza.
on the way, yeah.
Yeah.
It's-
They also
it's
do the
worth it.
whole the cheese tortilla. You know, like when
Oh, okay.
they do that too.
Oh,
That's a big thing now.
Yeah.
I've
Where did that
noticed
originate from? Do you know?
it. No,
Somebody was high.
probably
Marvin's house.
Marvin's house. No, you know what? Honestly,
Shout
I
out
think-
Grub Life though.
I think yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's just one of those things where you throw something together, or you know that if you throw the cheese and then it gets nice and crusty, and then you're able to
Yeah.
people are probably let's throw some.
Speaking
meat
of
in there,
tacos,
make
you issued a taco challenge for everybody for some of
that's
us.
right.
What is it?
Well, I got
Yeah.
challenged first by Alex from Evil Cooks to make a taco with the first three things you see in your refrigerator.
Oh,
The
Yeah.
funny funny thing is because if he would have hit me last week, I would have been like, I don't know, fucking celery and some other shit.
celery and 99-cent store spam.
Yeah. And that canned meat.
The
yeah.
2-slice spam in the
Man.
packet.
Yeah.
So literally there was teriyaki chicken.
Lit.
I had some shredded cabbage. I had some good like yellow tortillas. And so what I did was I made it of teriyaki chicken.
Uh-huh.
I made a sriracha slaw,
Okay.
and then I put we had pickled red onions that we make, and just that was it. That was a taco.
Fire.
And man, I was like, damn, should I put this on the menu? Because it was good, man. I liked the flavors. Everything was good. The tortillas were good. So now I think, okay, well, maybe I should get some masa, make some real tortillas.
Make some teriyaki tortillas.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
No, when we did the collab with Evil Cooks and we did Tacolandia, we made the tortilla that we made our Kahlua pig taco. They made us a special masa with pineapple.
Oh, I remember. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
So it was like, man,
That's cool.
yeah. So I
Represent.
got some. So I'm trying to like incorporate that tortilla and some other stuff.
Alex and Elvia, man, another
They-
level.
right?
Another level.
Do they do that when they do like al pastor, the pineapple?
With the tortilla? No, you know what? I don't know. I don't
That'd
think
be
so.
fire.
I think they made it specifically for when we did that collab. But I was talking to you, JMKM, about I have some concepts I want to work. So test kitchen coming soon.
All right.
Dang.
So,
I'm just
you
there
know,
to eat.
You know, we're gonna try to do that and incorporate maybe a couple tacos, not too much. So tacos and musubis,
Musu taco.
straight LA,
Taco E.
LA stilo.
Damn. I think if I did that taco challenge, because you tagged me on
Yeah.
it, and I think it was just gonna be like a hot dog tortilla, and
That would have been fire, bro. See, and that was another thing I was
Maybe.
asking everybody what
Yeah.
their go-to or like their favorite struggle meal was. So
Oh
I
yeah.
got some.
What are some of the struggle meals?
So I got, of course, Mike Rawk chimed in with, but he was specific though. He was like, when you hold the hot dog,
you put the fork.
there you go.
You stab the hot dog like on the one end, like a catheter. It's bad.
Yeah.
Fucking
What?
bad description. Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, you put the hot
On
dog
one of the
over the
teeth?
yeah. You put the hot dog over the grill and the stove, and you're just like turning it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you roast it,
You
know,
roast
like
it
a
like that.
campfire.
Roasted
roast.
roasted hot dogs. Okay.
Yeah.
Fire.
With Wonder Bread, and then it's like a hot dog, pretty much. And
Yeah.
that's a struggle meal.
But a bomb, it's funny because it's like,
And a
guess
ketchup packet from
I get-
McDonald's.
I guess they're considered like struggle meals, but I don't know. We make a hot dog like that in Wonder Bread because I grew up eating, if we didn't have buns,
Yeah.
hot dog buns,
White bread,
we ate
Yeah, we never had buns. I remember just
hamburgers
having,
too. Same
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
And I love it like that. Hot dog and weenies and huevo, egg and hot dog chopped up.
Yeah.
Still love that.
Dude, I do that with fried rice.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
with a little garlic.
It's awesome.
Done
stuff.
deal.
But do you guys ever had like tomato sandwiches?
Wow, that's a struggle meal, right?
Is
there. I
it?
think so.
I feel like
But right, I mean, is it?
I feel like people do that.
Is it because it's something that you crave, or
no,
is it
no.
just like
I remember my
this is all I
mom
got in
making
mind?
that. It was like it has to be like you toast the bread
Mhm.
and you cut the tomatoes a little thicker.
Yeah.
And then you put like cracked pepper and salt on the tomato. You put like mayo.
Mhm.
It's like a BLT without the bacon.
Sounds good.
It's just because and I think it's just because we didn't really have like lunch meat, or if we're out, my mom would be like, okay, we're having tomato sandwiches. And I don't. The best struggle meals is when your family they don't let you know it's a struggle meal.
Yeah,
Because I'm doing
You
that.
I never considered it. As
Yeah,
a
it's
struggle
just like,
meal.
this
It's
is
like,
what
well,
is
this
being
is what we
served.
have.
Yeah, and you don't complain.
That's
Because if you start complaining, then
you're not
start,
gonna eat.
Then
You're
you
not gonna
no, not only that, it's like
Oh.
you start like stressing your parents out.
Yeah.
Because if
true.
you have a struggle meal, I know now sometimes when things are tight and we're cooking stuff at home, like I don't want to tell Noah like, hey, I would love to make you this, but we're just gonna make this because I'm cooking up. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm good at like just whipping up stuff sometimes, like whatever we have, and it'll be like, okay, this is good. Noah doesn't know that this is like, oh man, I'm like,
yeah,
what am I gonna make
put together?
until we
Yeah,
get
what
held
am I
over
gonna-
to this next check or whatever,
Yeah.
But another struggle, or like I was telling Adam, like I saw some people were talking about like like spam and eggs.
Yeah.
Like for us, it was a struggle meal when it was a musubi or spam that was like the generic spam.
Yeah.
Which is, if you guys are familiar with the brand called Treat,
Treat, yeah. I've
TREET.
seen it before. Yeah.
and there's some places in Hawaii that we go to where we order musubi, like this is Treat. They're trying to save that money. So that was a struggle meal. But
So-
everything else,
So is the flavor different, the texture different?
yeah, it's different. Yes, hard to describe. It's like
Yeah.
it's like regular. If you know spam, regular spam versus spam light.
Yeah.
True.
There's less sodium is passable, but spam light and regular spam is different.
Big time.
It tastes like spam light, I think. Yeah,
like diet spam.
diet spam, spam zero.
Spam zero.
Have you guys tried the new spam zero? What is it? Tofu.
Tofu. So we had that. We had bologna in a tortilla, which is fire too. Fried bologna.
That's a
and just
struggle for sure.
Throw it in a tortilla.
Like bologna.
Craft single and roll it up like that,
Yeah, I had another one that was a
Like
craft single.
like a taquito.
You know what's underrated? The bologna, not like the bologna packs, but it was like the salami ones.
yeah,
The koto salami or whatever it's called.
yeah.
Those are the super underrated struggle meals. Like the regular bologna with the little ring around it. Okay, I got you. But you really want to level up, fry up that little salami joint.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
So that was. I mean, we had ramen, of course, a lot of top ramen, cup of noodles.
That's always on deck.
Yeah.
Someone put Downey Pizza Company, and I was like, damn, that's so fancy. Fancy ass struggle meal.
Yeah, that's nice.
Right?
Downey Pizza, all the pizza companies are pretty fired. Like Downey Pizza Company, Doherty Pizza Company, Pasadena Pizza Company. They're all the same.
Monrovia.
Yeah,
Pizza.
they're all the same company, I'm assuming.
just different cities.
Yeah, I think because they all have like, yeah.
Same company, different cities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I say dumb stuff.
So Little Caesars.
Yeah. No, you know what's here's a legit like what about like I guess like struggle meals. Some of these are probably from childhood, but like I remember when I first moved out here and it was like transitional period, grinding, hustling. I remember one of the go-to like struggle meals when Daisy and I first started dating is her dad would give me like these bags of oranges.
Yeah.
Like, he's got the most fire organic, like the best oranges. And they're huge and they're juicy. So we get bags of oranges that I'd get them, she'd give them to me. And then when I'd go to work, I'd have like a cup of noodles and then like 4 oranges. And that was just like, that's the super struggle meal.
See,
that
that's
would
what I
hold
was-
me over
Yeah.
for the whole day because I'd be like, all right, I got to go to work and this is all I have. The oranges is like my little energy shots
Nice.
and the little cup of noodles.
And that's what I was trying to
Yeah.
get too. I was
That's
trying
the
to get-
struggle right there.
Yeah, I was
yeah.
trying to get that. I was trying to get like between paychecks, you just paid rent.
Yeah.
And what do you throw together?
Yeah. Oh, there's
to hold-
those. Yeah.
But everybody was just, I think it was more, maybe the way I worded it was more of like brought people back to their childhood.
Yeah. Here's
Right.
here's the perfect struggle meal. it's like $3. It's spaghetti from the 99-cent store.
Deal. You're right.
Because you get the
You get the
noodle,
sauce.
Oh, yeah.
and sometimes they got the ground sausage or the ground turkey.
You're right.
It's kind of
Yeah.
sus. I wouldn't recommend you
I wouldn't
purchase the
Yeah,
ground.
I wouldn't get the.
But it would
the-
hold you off, though.
Yeah, I wouldn't get the ground turkey or ground.
I've tried it.
meat.
I'm not even gonna lie.
Okay.
But they do have
I'm always scared to because I always get I probably get choro or something.
Yeah. Yeah, and then but then the new all that enriched
Yeah.
wheat in that pasta is supposed to bind things together. It's like
Yeah.
a reverse effect. Sorry, leave you unproductive for a day.
Trying to supposed to firm things.
Damn,
up.
we're going far on this one. No, yeah, then I definitely for sure the 99. When I used to live next to 99 by
It comes through, bro.
in Highland Park, and I used to fried rice.
Actually, I still stock up on just pasta and even sauce over there from
Yeah.
99-cent store.
I stock up on soy sauce to cook with, not soy sauce to use on rice or
for 7-Eleven sushi.
Yeah. Those little Kikkoman packets.
Yeah.
But to cook with, I'll cook with the little 99-cent store, the little fake Lee Kum Kee bottle.
Oh, yeah, the little, yeah.
It's not even Lee Kum Kee, but it looks like Lee Kum Kee.
Right.
Oyster sauce from the 99.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
They got the chopped garlic. They got the rice.
Yeah.
I'll do non-cow roast rice if I'm doing fried rice. What else they got? The 99. Yeah, those are the struggles we used to put together.
Let's pose that question for our audience though. What's your struggle meal?
What is your struggle
Yeah.
meal?
Yeah, times are tough. Got to whip it together.
Yeah.
What is
Yeah.
it?
What do you throw together?
Yeah.
Let me see what else. I'm trying to think of any off the cuff.
Particular ones that people have submitted to you?
Yeah. It was it got to a point where it was basically all my everybody that's familiar with spam. So Doreen was spam and rice. That was her go-to. So we got a lot of spam and rice. We got a lot of bologna and rice. Shout out to Brian over there at Rose City. His was bologna and rice with ketchup. That was his struggle meal.
Yeah.
A lot of pasta. It's because pastas, they sustain you. So
Yeah.
whether it's ramen,
It's cheap, man.
cup of noodle,
Yeah.
or for my brother and sister.
Sopa de fideo.
My mom used to make just spaghetti tossed with butter and Parmesan. That got a little bit of garlic salt, and that was
I've done. Yeah.
Yeah.
so for a long time. The kids, Janai and Jason, that was their when they would go, we'd go to Italian restaurants. They would order butter noodle. So it's not even on the menu, but we just tell them we just toss it in some butter and Parmesan.
Yeah.
Kids love it.
That's smart. Menu hacks.
Menu hacks, exactly. So, but yeah, whether it's a childhood struggle meal or just trying to get by to the next paycheck,
Yeah.
what's something y'all do to make it happen?
Let us know. Let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
Like, comment, review, subscribe. No. So what else is cracking? Y'all been watching any good TV shows lately?
Mikey?
What's some good? There's a bunch of new cooking shows coming out. I mean,
Right.
we've been on the Chef Show.
The Chef Show on Netflix. I mean, I usually primarily just watch a lot of Netflix series.
You mentioned one, was it in Australia? Or where was it?
Yeah, it's called The Chef's Line. So how it works is, I guess it's a live show kind of, and how it works is there's a restaurant. So the first series was the whole thing was about Vietnamese food. So there's a chef and his line of cooks, from his sous chef to prep cook and all that stuff. So there's 4 of them all together, and they battle against 4 home cooks. They love cooking. They post it on Instagram. They get a lot of love and yo, can you cook me food kind of thing. So what they do is they'll go down the line. So they'll start off from the prep cook versus all 4 of the home cooks, and then the judge. There's 3 judges. They blind taste test all the food, and then they'll select who's gonna advance on to pretty much battle the head chef. So it's actually a really cool series. There's a lot of things I'm learning because as far as Australian cuisine, I guess there's a lot of greens that are native to only Australia. Just how you mentioned, there's espazote.
You have to do that every time.
Yeah. I don't know
what was
about
in the
that.
taco?
Espazote.
We did the 3-part right there.
Yeah.
I'll do the low.
Get the
next time.
get the harmonies
Harmony.
right.
I'll
yeah.
do the low one next.
We'll
We
get
gotta
it.
hear
We'll
that
get it.
auto tune.
We'll get
So
it.
it's pretty. It's a cool. I think it's a cool concept where because a lot of the home cooks surprised the. What are you laughing about?
I'm just laughing at the.
The song?
Yeah.
Because we're gonna make it into an actual song by Productive Culture. Yep, JMKM. Oh yeah, that's him. Yeah. So the whole concept, you're battling against home cooks, and some of the home cooks actually surprise the chef and stuff like that. So it goes
That's
on.
dope.
Tight.
And they go because I started watching one episode, so they go down the line how they battle first.
Yeah.
I seen the one I saw was I think it was it Vietnamese? I think
Yeah,
it was
the first 4 or 5 episodes is
Yeah.
like Vietnamese, and then they go through different ones. Like I know there's one like in Greece, and I forgot what other. I didn't get that far yet into it.
So it went from like they battled the apprentice first.
Yeah,
Then they went down the line, and then the boss, the last one's the executive
the
chef.
executive chef.
And they go head to head with the executive chef.
Right.
I was like, that's a dope concept. I like
Yeah.
that. It looked
I
pretty
gotta
dope.
tune in.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna cater that into the American audience sooner or later. You know.
Yeah, it's a dope concept, and it was funny because I was watching it, and then like the apprentice goes up and he's battling the chefs, but the executive chef's like looking at him like, motherfucker.
You better fucking do this right. You're representing the brand. You know what I'm saying?
So it was dope. So let me see what the next one. Oh, what about that? Was it Uncharted? Is that what it's called?
Uncharted with Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon Ramsay.
Golden
So what's
Ramsay.
what's everybody's take on that? Because I was telling JMKM that I've seen a lot of like negative press first, negative media write-ups about like
Well, initially when you think of Gordon Ramsay, maybe you have that like outrage culture kind of thing because
Hell's
he
Kitchen, all that.
demonstrated a lot of like anger and frustration
yeah.
with like his cooks or people that he's worked with,
Yeah.
and you just end up like, okay, it's entertaining in a sense because like, what kind of fucking bloody shit is this? Blah, blah, blah. It's great. It's great. It makes for great TV, and then I think that's what a lot of people tune into. And my homie Pat told me that like it's good entertainment, and I didn't think about that because
Oh yeah.
for me personally, good entertainment is, God bless the dead, Anthony Bourdain going into different cities,
Real
different countries, and exploring, and not Columbusing the whole idea. It's just him like just having a dialogue with the people from whatever region they are in, and getting to humanize a whole experience as opposed to let's take whatever you're doing and I'm gonna recreate it myself and bank and capitalize on this whole thing.
Yeah. Now, do you think that's like American TV? Because we're having this convo too. Like JMKM was talking about a lot of Gordon Ramsay shows in the UK, and it's a different different feel. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think it started with like the Hell's Kitchen and Kitchen Nightmares.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Kitchen Nightmares, I believe, started in the UK, and it was like they're truly fixing stuff, and he was like a lot more polite. Like if it was bad, he'd tell you. But if you watch Kitchen Nightmares now with the music and the dramatics within America, and the way that they cut and the way that they just like
it's much more dramatic.
It's way more dramatic. And then Hell's Kitchen was like dramatic. I think it's a way to train these chefs, and because I'm sure you don't have it easy in the kitchen. So I think it's like an exaggerated thing. I think people think that that's his personality. Because I watched like I think most of his stuff, and I watched like MasterChef Junior, and he's very like nice and polite.
Yeah, because it's with kids.
Yeah, I even
so
watched.
It's like when you're in that atmosphere, when you're working with kids, you can't be fucking. What kind of fucking bloody?
No,
he even has like a show with his family and his daughter cooks, and there was this. So I remember noticing that Kitchen Nightmares and Hotel Hell and all these other ones, it's just way dramatic. And then I remember him talking about it like. I think it's like on when he did Hot Ones or something. He was just talking about it's just dramatic, like it's a character. But then I remember watching his stuff. He had another show in like 2010 where it's like pretty much the same exact concept as Uncharted, where he would go to like different countries and he would like learn. He would go and like go into these villages and like slaughter an animal and then make curry and then try their spices and drink their alcohol and break bread with them. and they would teach him, and then sometimes he would cook too. And then there was even one that I saw that it was like, I think it was in like Vietnam, where he did like a cooking competition where and all the cooks were women, and they were in the kitchen. They were teaching him how to make like the rice, and he didn't even know how to use a rice cooker. Like he was like amazed at the rice cooker. He's trying to make rice with a pot, and it was burning, and he made the rice too early, and they waited till the end to cook the rice on the cooker. And then he did a competition, and it was like a blind test, and he got 3rd place. And he was like, it was a great experience. I learned. So he's been going into these places and learning how to cook and soaking up game, and then trying to cook. And I don't think that's bad. I think people are framing this as like I read a tweet that was like, the last thing we need is someone going into other countries and showing cultures that they can cook better than them. And you use the phrase like Columbusing. And I don't think that's what it is at all. I mean, it's for entertainment, but everything's for entertainment, like.
At this point, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's all for entertainment, but I don't think it's like something like, he's going in there and showing that he can cook better. And the biggest thing that I saw is that this article that we're referring to that got re-earthed now that the show is out was talking about how like they literally said like, oh, this is his attempt at doing like an Anthony Bourdain style thing. And like,
that's what I initially thought.
Did you think that before seeing an article about it, or did you think that or did you see an article about that first?
I didn't read or see any articles about it initially, but I ended up, so I saw the episode where he was in Maui, I think.
Yeah.
Last weekend. And I felt that way. Like he was like trying to, I get it. He was trying to like understand, based on what resources they have in that region and stuff like that, and trying to make something authentic, because he was battling Chef Sheldon Simeon.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, it's kind of cool. But then I just felt like it was like the wrong person to go with it, because it was based on, from his history and his career being on TV, it's always been like him blowing up, getting upset, being angry, and then all of a sudden, let's sympathize and let's make me a little bit more human now, kind of thing.
I feel you. Yeah. I feel like I would say the same sentence, except I would say his history on TV is the opposite, because I know the catalog pre Kitchen Nightmares, like when he first came up. If you look at all of his content before, it was like what this show is.
Right. Okay.
But I think it's fair for you to say that, because most people only know like the American TV programming of Gordon Ramsay. But if you follow like the Gordon Ramsay content from the UK and like some of his other stuff, you'll see that, say there's this big scale of content, and I want to say Kitchen Nightmares and Hotel Hell and the yelling Gordon Ramsay.
That's the magnified
version. Yeah, it's the magnified version.
But that's what they push over here.
It's what they push, because that's what America's about, which is weird. But then it's also only like 20% of his content. So like which is not a bad thing to say, like to feel like.
No, I mean, but then that's just like the general consumption of people here in America.
Yeah, and that's just the perception.
Like that's just what they've witnessed, and that's what they saw. If you're into food TV kind of like.
Yeah, and that's just, and if you're into like outrage culture, if you're into like, I'm gonna watch something and I'm gonna allow myself to get upset by it, or I'm gonna like research and be like, oh, this is like, I would look at it as like, oh, this is cool. This is not a Kitchen Nightmares kind of thing. And instead of, I don't know. It's just, I don't think it has to be.
Maybe it's just based on the person.
Yeah, everyone has different perception.
Based on the person as the personality as Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As opposed to.
That overshadows everything.
And that it showed,
Because I was telling JMKM that at first I was like, oh, I got to check it out. Let me see, because the clips I saw, wasn't that, like, it wasn't like Anthony Bourdainish. It was just him.
Uh-huh.
So I saw the Maui episode. And I was telling, the only thing I could say that I didn't care for was just, it was more of like the, I guess, production of Kitchen Nightmares, where he goes into, and it's like him narrating, like, now I'm going to show up at blah, blah, blah pizza spot, and they don't know I'm going to be here. But, so it was kind of him, like, narrating his his journey and then talking, and so it was set up. So I was kind of like, I guess, thinking about those other shows that we just have here.
Yeah.
So, but I enjoyed it. Like I liked it. Like I liked it was maybe I could had less of his I don't know, humor maybe a little bit.
Like he was talking shit, like he was saying.
About the dude. I know JMKM saw some of it, but there's a part where he goes to make poi, and the guy, he just has a big personality,
right?
So he's just like, oh man, this guy, and I'm just waiting for him.
I can't get over his laugh. Or,
yeah.
So that was kind of whack. Like there
was one part too where he goes and says, "Damn it,
what's up, Emran?
Emran in the building.
Welcome back to the country."
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Emran just walked in. He's the chief executive officer of this operation.
Right on.
Yeah.
So no, it's cool. It's cool. So there's a part that got me was he goes and learns to make banana nut bread or something, bread, right?
Yeah.
And then the auntie that works there, she's all like, because he was asking her, hey, can I jump in? Can you show me how to make it? She's all, no, you're mean.
Yeah.
You
know what I mean? So I was just like, oh, okay. So see, this is everybody's general perception.
Yeah, it is.
No, 100%. And and I remember on BBC I was watching The F Word, one of his shows. And I think I even told Doreen, like, this is totally like different. Like his attitude's not like, he's not like, lit all the time and ready to throw shit. And
but he'll still get down, but it's
not like, but the feel is different. Like you could, the overall like climate of the shows are different in the UK, and where like you said, so everybody here thinks
you're an asshole.
Yeah. I'm just no, and that's true. That's a good perception. I'm curious to think about. I'm curious to see how people that like in Hawaii perceive it.
Yeah.
Because the way I perceived it, as I thought it was a cool opportunity to talk about, because this is like his whole intention of the show is to go into these indigenous cultures, as he calls it, and then learn. I forget what the whole tagline is, but the whole purpose is just to like learn and then to like cook for them, right?
Yeah.
Or do
I like that. Yeah.
Was it a competition?
I don't think it was a competition.
They just were just jamming, like
exactly.
It's like a jam session. If you're a chef, I'm a chef. You come to my house. Like we're gonna cook.
We're gonna get down, and so that's what it was. I think he was visiting these different parts on the island, and he was gonna get, I guess, the feel of the culture and the ingredients that come from the culture and the stuff that Maui has to offer.
Yeah.
And then at the end, him and Chef Sheldon were gonna cook a meal.
Yeah.
So Chef Sheldon did his thing, and then Gordon did his thing to like what he cooks, but try to incorporate, I think it was like breadfruit and poi and the stuff they caught earlier, and and he was trying to do his thing, and so
I want to see that.
So it was good because Sheldon was giving it to him back, laughing at him like you came all the way to make
to make shepherd's pie
or something, so they're like laughing at that.
It's like if you were in the kitchen when he was trying to make that chilaquiles, his famous chilaquiles video.
Exactly. So. Yeah. It's pretty. It's a good show. I mean, I only saw one episode, but from what I saw, I dug it. But JMKM, how do you feel about that? Like when you get people from the mainland, or even it was. So one thing I thought that was kind of cool, because like one, it's like to get feedback from like one of the cultures that were like highlighted, and I like how Sheldon did mention that like there's different cultures in Hawaii. It's not like this Hawaiian culture. Yeah.
There's a culture of Hawaii, but it's not the native Hawaiian culture. But some of those things, like he did poi, like I don't think you don't really see that too much when you have like all these food shows, like, they kind of gloss over poi. Because it's not for everybody. It's an acquired taste.
Yeah.
And I was laughing how like he's asking if you could do seasoning on it. And so just like watching it and seeing like the different types of people and the different dishes. And I did see the part where he went to that bakery and she told him that, and like that dude that was in like the taro field, and he was like, giving him he was giving him shit about his laugh and about the flavor of the poi, and the guy was just, he didn't care, just laughing. He could have no care in the world.
Yeah.
Like I know people like that. I have a cousin that's just like that, and I have friends that are just like that girl that dives, and I have, and like, so it was dope to see, and I was like, okay, and I saw it as like because I have the context of his previous content and knowing that that's what he does. He goes into different cultures, learns how to cook, and sometimes he gets roasted.
Dude,
Like,
the Pad Thai episode.
Exactly.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
so.
He, like,
Yeah,
laughed at him
that's
like
from
that.
that series that I was talking about.
Oh, okay.
That's not from A Kitchen Nightmares. That's from
Right.
that early 2010 series where he goes and he learns all this food. And then the one I saw where he was in Vietnam and he got third place. And so he's like, it's kind of like, it's not about like that tweet that I saw about like the last thing we need is blah blah blah. Like the last thing we need is going into another culture and saying you can cook better than them. I look at it as like, yo, this dude is like, he's obviously an OG. Yeah, he's this character on TV, but like he actually is about it because he goes all over the place and does these things. He's not one of these like chefs that I think it's like there's like this this American perception of like colonizing and but this dude's not from America and he may be from a country that colonized America that we still owe taxes to, but it's just like there's part of the culture that we're in that will be like very defensive. Like I'm gonna see this and just because he's white. Like imagine if that was Sheldon's show and he did the exact same thing and he went to all these countries. It would be a different conversation. But because he's white and because Anthony Bourdain is dead, let's be real, the conversation is instant. Like, yo, this guy's doing all this. So as someone that's from the actual culture that he highlighted, I thought it was dope. I thought it was like, there's a lot of key things that he hit on. And people from Hawaii, we are used to our culture being looked at and being colonized. Not saying it's okay, but whenever someone comes and shows attention to our culture and highlights it in like a fun way, it makes us feel good. It's just like, imagine if you did music and someone wanted to come and do a cover of your song and be like, show me how to play the song and I'm going to play it my way. And you might laugh at them.
Yeah.
And be like, oh, that's
like when they do their own interpretation.
Yeah, it's kind of like,
That's a good
it's like,
analogy.
Yeah, it's like if you show me how to cook a dish that you know.
Yeah.
Like if I'm really trying to cook, are you going to get mad just because like I'm trying to learn how to expand my culinary horizons?
Yeah.
It's not about trying to like show you that I can cook it better than you. It's about let me show you that I appreciate you and let me use this platform to show everyone else in the world.
Maybe it's because in my head I'm playing devil's advocate already, where I've always seen a white man go into indigenous cultures and try to learn something. I get it, they're trying to learn. And then at the same time, they're also, I feel it's just instinctively in my head.
But it's all of that.
Yeah. So for example, like how you mentioned, if it was Sheldon Simeon going into like Memphis, Tennessee to learn how to make barbecue.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have any issues with that for some reason. Maybe
it's not your I wouldn't say culture, but it's not your it's not your culture. It's not what you do. It's not what maybe you grew up with that's near and dear to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's for everything else, whatever.
Yeah. So it's like
go over there and do
like I said, it's like almost an automatic bias built in my head already.
Oh, and I'm the same way.
Yeah.
You know, and
the hate grows between myself and Chef Adam. I'm just kidding.
But
y'all just part of outrage culture.
No, I don't want to be.
I don't think it's that. I think that it's a deeper. We've had these conversations.
Yeah.
So like
deep rooted in our.
It's a deeper when it goes to that. Like my outrage or my
and it's okay.
Chip on my shoulder for certain things. It's because of the experience I've had with certain situations.
Right. Yeah. Being a part of, sorry not to cut you off, but being a part of outrage culture or contributing to outrage culture because of past experience is not a bad thing.
No, and then so like when back to like Chef Ramsay, if people don't know his background, like us in the context of his whole catalog of work, then you could understand like, this dude, all he does is talk shit.
So basically it's just all made for TV.
Yeah. But
when it all comes down to
when it's like spoon fed and shoved into people's like lives, and that's what they get on TV. So that's their first. That's gonna be stuck.
Yeah, that's why when you have two different dynamics between Anthony Bourdain and Gordon Ramsay, I think that's when you compare both personalities, you automatically think one's an asshole because he's an asshole, and then he's being an asshole because, well, fuck it. Anthony Bourdain's just raw and unfiltered kind of individual.
Yeah.
But then he's always been that way for what he's been portraying ever since from the jump. being from New York, you kind of understand and know those kind of personalities.
And then if you go and you research, like when I was in culinary school, Anthony Bourdain was like one of the, at that time, he was like one of the, he was still working at Leal. He was still, just an executive chef. And he was a badass because of, articles I've read about him, interviews I've seen. There weren't a lot back then, because social media wasn't like it is now. So I was like, dude, he's one of us, and he always talked about his staff, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I loved Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah.
Word.
Was because I always say this, he humanized the back of the house. He talked highly of the dishwasher. He talked highly of the prep cook. He talked highly of everybody in the back that made it happen and make these executive chefs look great. To him, that was the heart of the kitchen, the restaurant.
Yeah. The
heart of the restaurant was the kitchen and the people in the back. So then you go with Ramsay, same thing. He was like under Marco Pierre White, which is like, I was just telling JMKM, this fool's like, he's a rock star. Like that dude, he's legit. He's about it. Like, he's one of those chefs too that if I could say, well, I looked up to or I admire a few chefs, it would be Anthony Bourdain, Marco Pierre White, Thomas Keller. Those three were like, man, when I was in school or when I started cooking, I looked up to them like, oh, dude, these dudes were gods, God, Thomas Keller with French Laundry, like he's still like, man.
Yeah.
And that's Gordon Ramsay's OG.
Yeah, so he's OG. And, my fine dining or like stuff like that might not be my forte. Like I'm more, I like simple bistro style food. But like to me, like Thomas Keller, like his stuff is like, dude, like it's man. I can't even go. Look, I'm speechless. But
that's good to know. Yeah, I didn't know that. That's dope to know that background though.
But so like I said, I think it's crazy. But we could see both sides, like we could see how we know his background so we can understand like
so it's just basically like how the media portrays these individuals.
Exactly.
100%. Yeah.
And how they choose to follow that direction.
Yeah.
As opposed to saying like, no, fuck that. Like Anthony Bourdain was probably like, hey, we need you to be a little bit more kinder.
Yeah, he was
or
like,
no way.
Yeah. So imagine, the conversation was like, hey, we like this Kitchen Nightmares. We notice sometimes you can be a little bit of a jerk, but you're pretty nice. But can you just turn it up?
Yeah.
Here's $10 million for a 20-year deal of 30 shows over like 20 years.
Right.
And he probably laughed all the way to the bank. And that shows character and, but it's kind of like, hey,
But then again, you think like, what would you do?
Yeah.
You're presented that opportunity.
It's kind of like on a sidebar. This is going to be super, super random. But like I started listening to this podcast about the show Cops.
Okay.
And it's called Running from Cops. And it talks about how messed up that show is.
Yeah.
And how so all those cops that are on there, they were being told by the executives to like be more dramatic. Like there's a arrest, this guy on a bike, pulls him over, he's high, he's got cocaine on him, he's got like 20 bags, and arrest him, put him in the car. It's a 2-minute interaction.
Yeah.
And they like made the cop pull him out of the car and talk to him and ask him about his story and ask him if he's okay. And he started crying and saying I have a drug problem. And they made it because there was like every episode has 3 7-minute segments. So we want to go home. We just want to film this segment. So they like fabricated that.
Yeah.
So it's like
Wow.
some of these cops became celebrities in their towns because they were on Cops.
Yeah.
And then there's even things they're like, they have to vote in the legislation where at the local level, they're like, we don't allow reality-based filming in this town. Because people were going to getting these, kits, tested on the side of the road that are known to be faulty that they don't recommend to use.
Yeah.
And they would just be like, oh, this is cocaine, you're going to jail. And then they look and they come back, these people are like, they ruined my life. Like, it wasn't cocaine,
That's crazy.
So that's a tangent, but I'm like, how much do you fault these people for like taking these bags? Like, knowing that like, yo, you're like agreeing to be part of reality TV.
Yeah.
I guess the bigger conversation is reality TV. Like you're being a part of reality TV, which is meant for entertainment. It's not real.
It's meant for entertainment, but then at the same time, it causes damage to people, though.
Yeah, I consider Gordon Ramsay a reality TV star. I consider Anthony Bourdain like what's another word? Like what type of content? It's like
maybe documentarian in a sense.
It's a documentarian. It's a cultural.
That was nice.
Yeah.
Today's word of the day: documentarian.
Wow, in sync too. Do you guys do Jinx?
No.
Just gonna buy. You buy me a soda. No
coffee.
Yeah. So that was. I mean, yeah. I feel you. I was just like. I was like, I figured you felt that way based on like what you posted.
It's cool
too.
how we just like broke it down right now because it just revealed a lot more layers because wait a second, it's on TV.
Yeah,
and then you just think of like, okay, well, how many of these things are obviously fabricated for the entertainment purpose and filled within the 22 minutes of that episode or 40 minutes plus or whatever because of commercials and all that shit.
Yeah.
But, just compiling all those ideas together, you're like, oh, wow. There's an executive behind it, and it's not necessarily Gordon Ramsay himself either.
Yeah.
Where he's like, this is my show. I call the shots and things like that, And I think if he were, he probably would have had a different approach altogether.
Yeah.
Maybe a lot more personable.
Yeah.
It's not like you're watching like Rachel Ray or Bobby Flay on TV and they just go visit all these restaurants and he does all these battles with them and stuff like that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's obviously made for TV.
Yeah.
But a lot of it can be fabricated and like, oh, my stove's not working, and I was like, here comes the dramatic part.
Yeah, it's raw.
Yeah,
it's rancid. It's off. Who cooked the risotto? I lost the accent towards the end. Yeah.
And when you were mentioning all those chefs, I imagined you had all these posters of them, and then you just looked at them and you're like, one day.
No.
You're like, nah.
But I'm telling you though, those are the dudes, man. I mean, they still are, I mean, rest in peace to Anthony Bourdain, but yeah.
I think I had a chance to dine at French Laundry one time in Beverly Hills. They have a French Laundry. Oh, what's that one?
That's in Napa Valley.
There's another one of Thomas Keller's restaurants out that way in Beverly Hills. I can't think of it off the top of my head.
Shake Shack? No, I'm just kidding.
Corky's?
I'm just kidding.
Chick-fil-A is open on Sunday now? What?
Someone told me that that Popeyes made a chicken sandwich so we don't have to support trash ass Chick-fil-A.
Did they really? Recently?
That was a tweet that I read. It's like Popeyes has a chicken sandwich now, so we no longer have to support.
Wendy's
Chick-fil-A.
came back with the spicy chicken nuggets.
Yeah, but Wendy's, what's up with you taking the chicken strips off of the menu?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's what I want to know.
I like how we were talking about fine dining gourmet food, and then now we're back to good street eats and dope beats.
I'm like a squirrel. Like chicken strip?
Chicken strip. I dig chicken strips.
Chicken dinner?
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm, you know what? And just for the sake of the show, I think I'm gonna have to give Chick-fil-A a go around.
Let's do a blind chicken dinner test.
Oh,
let's do it.
Yo.
Let's do it. And I also want to
make sure he gets the Hawaiian sauce though.
My DM's been blowing up because of this new spam flavor that's coming out.
Oh
Pumpkin
boy.
Spice.
Oh boy.
I thought it was a joke, but apparently
Spam
Walmart
posted on their IG, didn't they?
And Walmart's gonna be carrying it, and I think it's hideous, but I'm gonna try it, and I think we all should partake in some.
Jordan, can you tell us where the pumpkin spice spam comes from in Hawaii?
Well, if it's just got to be during the fall months, and you have to go to Pahoa, where there's a little bit more population of the lighter complexion, and you go to right next to the Starbucks.
Yeah,
there's some bushes. Go in there and harvest your can of pumpkin spice spam.
You can only eat it wearing Uggs.
You can only eat it wearing Uggs with soy.
Oh my God.
Can I get a pumpkin spice musubi with soy?
With the soy wrap?
With the
soy paper wrap, please?
Yeah.
So so people have been asking me like, what do you think? And I'm like, what do you mean, what do I think? It's freaking pumpkin spice spam. Like,
you're the authority on spam, bro.
Supposedly, I guess.
You have spam on your hat right now.
What if we like it? That's the problem.
I mean,
but what is it like? Come on, what the flavor wise? Like, think about it.
Like cinnamon.
Yeah, exactly. Is it gonna be, more of the spam meaty flavor with hints of fucking I can't even say it. Cinnamon and pumpkin? Like, are you gonna bite into it and want a drink from Starbucks? Like, is it gonna be sweet?
I don't
Like-
think it's gonna be sweet.
I just want to pair it with a pumpkin spice horchata, if you will.
I'm gonna make you fucking.
I don't know.
That's crazy. It's crazy.
Oh
It's crazy.
my
It's
God.
crazy to me.
What a time.
But,
what a time to be alive right now, huh?
So stay tuned. Soon we're gonna be having the pumpkin spam spice challenge.
Damn. With Chick-fil-A chicken strips.
JMKM was like thinking like, fuck.
I'm just curious to see how it tastes. Like,
It's
I'll
crazy.
try it.
When is this coming out?
I think within the
fall?
next month or two.
Are you gonna
like
Are you gonna be
September.
waiting in line?
I am.
Okay.
People are gonna be
Wait in
like,
line at
what the
Walmart.
hell?
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot you $10 on Venmo so you could.
I'll get some.
Yeah.
So you can get 5 cans.
Yeah. We could do a live
Just put it
taste
right
test
there,
right
bam.
here. Yeah. Do a live taste test on the pod.
Yeah, I'll bring a little mini griddle in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll cook some spam in here, get it smelling nice for the next podcast.
Just leave the door
Should be
open.
crazy.
What's that smell? Delicious.
Delicious.
Don't
But
worry
yeah,
about it.
So yeah, man. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what's going on.
Try it.
That's about. We'll see what else we got on the bill.
We got I know y'all were talking about some recent other recent developments in the hip hop world, in the hip hop biz world
Oh yeah,
with Mr. Carter.
that's right. We're talking about Jay-Z and his now new involvement with the NFL. I've been reading a little bit. I haven't really got too much into
Yeah, what is it? Did he buy a team or something?
into
or-
it. No, that came out after. I guess he was gonna do some type of consulting
Okay.
somewhere, something like that
For a team or for the NFL?
for the NFL. And
Okay.
then maybe days later, it's like Jay-Z, new part owner of an NFL team, and then all the then of course the whole Kaepernick subject came up, and he's like, is he involved? Is he gonna be involved? Did Jay-Z pull him in? And
Is he going to be on the team this year?
yeah, so
Kind of
all
thing.
those questions, and I'm hearing from what I'm reading, seeing it's been back and forth. Like some people, Jay-Z said, okay, well, I talked to him about it. He was cool with it. Then I just read something about Cap's girlfriend was like, nah, they never contacted him. He was never a part of any of these talks. So, which kind of makes you think. Business is business, always gonna be business. But I mean, I guess I don't know. There's a bunch of whole different avenues we could go down with this. It's like, does Jay-Z use his platform to address these social issues and be like, nah, Cap needs to play, blah blah blah, use that, or does he go the route of being a businessman and hey, you know what, he's making money. This is what it's about.
Yeah.
Or do we depend on these public figures to use their platform and kind of in a sense, just rest 100% on that and be like, well, no, you're a freaking star. You should be, you should be pushing this line.
Yeah.
You should be doing this and you should be doing that. And got a bunch of people, sitting behind their computers and their, and stuff and being upset, but not being proactive about, Cap and his, and police brutality and that whole thing. So,
Yeah.
it's one of the, I think it's a touchy subject, or, because I see people he's a businessman, let him make his money, let him do this, let him do that, he'll eventually, make a big thing about that whole situation. Just let him get in there. Then the other side, all the negative stuff, and he's a sellout, and he's a con artist. I say all kinds of crazy shit,
Really?
But yeah. People are divided. Some people are like, hey, well, let him do his thing. It's not his responsibility, or is it his responsibility? It's always that question, I guess. Or and then I've seen pretty much Jay-Z, by him doing this, just silenced Kaepernick. Now, by him making these moves, he systematically just took him out of the,
Really? How so?
I guess by pushing it was, I'm not gonna be here and try to sound like all educated, but
Oh,
it was,
okay.
you know what I'm saying? But it was the article was
I mean, if Cap wasn't involved in the discussion in the first place, then it's kind of like you kind of like blackballed him out of the whole idea, the whole situation.
I got to
in
get
itself.
up on that.
I mean, I've just like Adam. I've seen a lot of mixed reviews, obviously, about the whole damn thing.
Yeah.
Where it comes to the point where Jay-Z's obviously the very first billionaire in hip hop that made, made a lot of money within music and stuff like that. His wife, Beyonce, another, multi-million-dollar artist, and
The king and queens, man.
king and queen of pretty much the whole, if you want to coin it as the urban music landscape, they've got it covered.
Yeah.
I feel like in music, in business in general.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then the article is Jay-Z helped NFL banish Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah, that's a spicy. Whoever wrote that headline.
What from what news?
The Atlantic.
Damn it.
Good job just on the writing end. Y'all got
there's
everybody.
that just throws a curveball into the whole thing.
And if I'm not mistaken, isn't the author a black woman?
I
Like
believe
Carrie
so.
Champion.
I believe so.
Yeah. So
yeah,
we'll look into it. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. We'll
and
maybe
then, when I saw the article and it was the not the comment, but the title or caption was this and this, I guess, deal, and then Jay-Z being a part of the Meek Mill documentary is like examples on how stars could be complicit in upholding white supremacy. See, that's why I didn't want to sound all like.
Ooh.
I was like, damn, I'm reading it. I'm like,
Oh man, this could go for hours.
so that's what I'm saying.
The whole
So
conversation
we
could go
haven't.
for hours.
Maybe in our next cast we'll touch more on it. But
definitely.
we just wanted to
Let's get
throw
some
that out
research.
there and see, maybe whoever's listening. Could,
weigh in if you're
could weigh in on that situation.
if you're a football fan.
Yeah, let us know what you think.
Because like Mikey said, it could get.
It could
get
go
heated.
a long discussion.
Yeah.
I mean, we could bring in somebody and have this whole discussion, and I'm pretty sure it could be like a 20-part podcast series episode.
5 or 6 hours.
5 or 6, give or take.
Yeah. 23 minutes each.
But
I don't know.
but yeah, so we'll see what's going on. What do you guys have? Any plans? Anything coming up? I know JMKM's part of a tour that's in the making right now that might be heading to his motherland, to his home home turf.
I just want to get home so I can have them season the boy.
Oh my God, it's so slimy. Remember I was like,
Can I add
bro.
some salt and pepper? So just that's
What
a
the
meme.
fuck? Did you just put your hand in my thing?
That's another episode you're watching. That's another
Actually,
series.
yeah, you're right.
No, but we do have the Aloha Orca tour coming up. We're gonna go to
Orca.
Hawaii with Noah James, a couple
Nice.
other dope artists that we're locking in. So more on that soon. We're gonna be giving back to the community as well. We will be launching
More of that. We need more of that.
We need more of that. Yeah, we'll be launching some efforts out there. So if y'all want to tap in, details will be coming soon. Yeah.
Yes.
So what about you, Mikey?
Not much going on my end. Just hanging out, trying to support wherever I can, man.
Let's get it.
Yeah, I know we've been Poke Party's been kind of like on the quiet end of things for the time being, but we came back strong. Like was it March, April, and then just kind of like vanished, and kind of like the demand for Poke is not really that big, I guess sometimes, and I don't want to just buy tuna and then just have it freezing in my freezer.
Well,
and
I'll end up buying it because JJ will end up eating it.
mine as well. I mean, we could have like a Poke throwdown, something like that soon,
Ooh.
Down.
perhaps.
Musubi throw down, Poke throw down.
Yeah,
look
pumpkin
forward
spice
to
Poke.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
That's what I
Oh,
said too.
actually,
No, man, it's not gonna happen.
all right, I got one.
What?
I'll do a pumpkin spice. Okay, I got it already.
Oh shit.
I got it in my head. You want the recipe? I'll tell you right now.
Not on the air.
Beep. No,
It's just soy
Dope.
sauce.
no. Actually, I'm gonna. This is my idea. Real quick before we wrap up.
Okay.
So it's a play on pumpkin spice, right? It's gonna be Japanese kabocha. It's a pumpkin, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Cubed up, right? And it's gonna be spice. It's gonna be spice. It's gonna have some oil. It's gonna have It's gonna have some.
I hope you're blurring out this whole thing right here.
Yeah, I'm gonna bleep all of this.
Yes.
Okay.
That's why I'm saying it.
Okay.
And it's gonna have.
I can't wait.
Some chili.
Just to hear all the beep, 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 beep.
It's gonna have some beep, beep. It's gonna have some Maui onion. Gonna marinate my onion first, and it's gonna be like a poke, but instead of fish, it's gonna be cubed pumpkin. What's up? At me.
Ooh, at me.
I'm coming for you. Poke party. No, I'm just kidding.
For some reason-
No, I'm just kidding.
This
Son.
concludes our podcast.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't cook. I just
I
make
think
beats.
Action Bronson did something like that.
Oh,
On
you're right.
Munchies.
He did?
You
No, it was
jerk.
No, it was beets. He did it with beets.
Was it Beats?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Tastes like
But it
dirt.
wasn't spiced, and it wasn't pumpkin, so it wasn't pumpkin spice.
All right, that's true.
PSP.
I mean, yeah, I guess we could go with like squash poke.
Yeah, I know it's not like
kalibasa.
when you think of
Yeah,
pumpkin spice. Anyway, yo, this has been a dope episode.
For sure.
indeed. You have something going on the 24th.
Oh yeah.
Yo, as a matter of fact,
That's right.
we'll be popping up at
We'll put the flyer up right here
yes,
somewhere.
we'll be popping up at the Concrete All Stars 15th anniversary B-boy event. So
Tight.
we'll be there from 1 till we run out, 1 in the afternoon. It's been a minute. Islos Musubi, we've been kind of chilling as well.
Pumpkin Spice Musubis will not be available yet.
Nah.
They
So,
probably won't even buy that.
I know.
That's just test kitchen
That's
purposes,
crazy
right?
shit. That's crazy. But yeah, we'll be there. We'll be rocking out. You might see me up rock, kind of battle a couple people.
Did you used to that B-boy?
Nah, I mean, no.
Just mess around?
Just mess around.
Yeah.
I was a kid in the 80s, so
Throw the cardboard on the garage
throw
floor.
cardboard on the garage floor and
When I hear music.
see the LA Breakers right there on the corner of Highland and Highland and Hollywood Boulevard. They used to bust right there, so that's a shout out to the LA Breakers.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll be there doing our thing. Make some musus and maybe some street dogs, show you dogs. I don't know. I
Tight.
might get crazy with it, but that's where you can catch us.
Dope.
And
Sick.
That's about it.
Well, yo, just a reminder, guys, for all y'all listening, if you didn't know that this podcast is produced by us here at Productive Culture, where we offer full service podcast production, recording, mixing, and mastering. So if any of you guys want to tap in on getting your podcast started, hit us up. We'll help you out. And
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
so
Full service podcasting.
full service. I got you. Whatever you need, I got you.
You need voiceovers? Mikey got you too.
Kermit the Frog here, reporting live to you at Streets and Dope Beats.
Tight.
On that note,
Shout out to we're gonna do if you want to sponsor us, LA Taco, what's up? We can provide you with a sponsor ad roll that sounds like this with Kermit the Frog.
Shout out to LA Taco.
I don't know. That was whack.
Yeah.
That was whack. That was whack.
That puts you on the spot, my bad.
Yeah, I know. It's tough.
Yeah.
I gotta
All right, y'all.
warm up.
Peace out.
peace out.
Peace.